Hey you, get on the stick.
Yo, bring it.
Choose your fighter.
Yo.
How's it going, lads?
Fight.
Bang, bang, bang.
Flawless victory.
SideQuest Arcade.
Hey there, everyone. Welcome to SideQuest Arcade. I'm your host this week, Micro Manatee, joined by my internet and IRL friends, like a big old happy family. Bryce, aka Silent Reveries.
Yo.
And a new face in town. New guy, don't have an intro yet. Coming in hot and heavy. Trevor, aka War Hates Peace.
Throwing the heavy part. How's it going?
Good.
We'll work on that.
We'll get there. Get there.
You just need to make it. I'm triggered. That's what it needs to be.
Oh. But I'm reformed.
Coming from the bottom of the cover. Like,
But I'm reformed. I mean, see, I can't be loud at all, or else people will be like, "Oh, there, I see it. I see what they're talking about. I see it." But I'm reformed. I'll have you know. Sorry, you could have gotten me on the podcast like a year ago, and I would have started out much louder. Especially like get me out of a Smite rank game, get me in here. Oh, I would have been the best.
The trouble with getting you after a Smite rank game is because you like leave as the Titan's blowing up. Like the game isn't over yet.
Yeah.
It's like War Hates Peace has gone offline.
I'm not saying it was likely, but I'm just saying that was the ideal time to support that branding. Reformed, Trevor. That doesn't start with the T. Can we get a word for reformed? Might need to look this up.
All right, so as you guys know, if you fucking listen to us, it's been weeks since all four of us have been here because of our schedules. Because, that's it. Matt's got a new job
it's
now.
It's literally just our schedules, yeah.
Yeah, Brian's got a new job now. I was moving. Not moving now, but it's just random shit. So to help that out and make sure there's more of us here on a regular basis, you've heard us talk about Trevor for fucking ages now, since we were VD2. We play with him all the time, so why not just have him here? So when we talk shit about him, now he's listening.
Now we can talk shit back.
But
He has defenses again.
Yeah. Now we get the full story. That's what you meant to say.
I mean, it was a full story anyway.
It was, yeah. We're very accurate here. Pride ourselves in accuracy.
Conspiracy. Deep state.
And turning the frogs gay. What?
So everybody make fun of Matt, too. Matt was supposed to be here. We were going to record last night.
Oh, yeah.
Flint's internet was fucked up. We waited until 10 p.m. Eastern time for Matt to get off work and be home Pacific time. He messages going out for beers with the crew. I thought we were the crew. What does that mean? He's got another crew.
When you realize that we ain't the boys, when you realize we're the fourth player in the Apex squad.
Rip Brian. Rip Brian, dude.
Oh my god.
No, me and Flint didn't have the heart to tell him. I still don't think he still doesn't know that Apex is only 3-man parties.
Yeah, he said it. He was like, guys, we could play some Apex sometime, all four of us. It's like, yep.
Yep.
See you there, man.
Let's do it.
We'll drop Skull Town. We'll meet you there. Here's a map.
And then Apex is already dead. Dead game. Kappa.
I mean, somebody declared it dead the day after they bought the battle pass.
I'm just trying to say, you can't talk shit about me not wanting to play the game anymore because I don't find it fun when I haven't seen a Silent Reveries or Micro Manatee is playing Apex Legends. And about the same time I last logged out into the game. So maybe I'm a little off the hinge here. But I think I'm not.
Listen, all I gotta say is, what's All Might's ability?
I think he's got that Byakugan or something, right?
Yep.
I don't know. He looks real cute. That's all I care about.
Heart of the cards?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's it. He sent you the Shadow Realm.
Mm-hmm.
Come on.
And your grandpa, too.
Is this that kind of podcast? Oh, man,
I'm
ready.
set that one up, and you just fucking swatted me at the fucking rim, dude. I was like, here it comes. Yes.
He does
one.
Yeah,
he
there
does
it
the
is.
Texas.
Thank you.
Aren't
The
all of his
fucking
moves
Three
basically
Musketeers,
named
not the
after,
one Musketeer. Not the two Musketeers, the three.
Wait,
Three
I think
times.
that's another show.
3 times.
3 time. 2 time for the 3 time. For the
So-
4 time.
Yeah.
Trevor, the way we start out around here,
Yep.
how was your week? IRL shit if you want, gaming shit, random shit. How was it?
Could have been worse, sick most of the week, but that gave me the time to solo rerun Borderlands pre-sequel. So, did that, beat the game, getting in the DLC again. Just waiting on my good buds, to make their way to Borderlands in the sometime in the future, Always optimistic. And that optimism really got me through the week. One day I said to Bryce, you should watch Naruto. And then about 8 years later, he did it. It took him a year, but he did it. We cried together as it ended.
Don't ruin my week. Talk about your own week. Don't ruin my week.
I mean, that was my week too. I mean, we shared that.
You right.
Yeah,
You're right.
yeah. You should have gone first, huh? Yeah, you think about it. Yeah, that's really it for me. I mean, it was a lot of Borderlands. Trying to keep this hype going. I think I'll be doing that on the off time for a little while.
You're playing with Vinny, right?
Nah, Benny's not even playing right now. Pre-sequel, I was sick. I was just sick home alone. I was just running it because I kind of didn't want to do anything else. Like even move. So that filled that void. Didn't want to wait for Benny.
How do you feel about the pre-sequel versus Borderlands 2? Because everyone that I talk to that plays the pre-sequel's like, man, I wish this was just a little bit better.
I'm going to be honest. I thought that the pre-sequel didn't live up to Borderlands 2 for the longest time. Even me, like, I only did the first playthrough of Borderlands. Flint, have you played Borderlands? I feel like you have.
Oh yeah, I've played Borderlands 2 multiple times, yeah.
So, you know how you beat the game, and then you go into true Vault Hunter mode, and you replay the story mode, and it's just harder. And then you usually go to DLC somewhere time after. So,
yeah.
I got in the true Vault Hunter mode, and did a few of the quests, and that was it. I never even went to the DLC. I never finished the second playthrough or anything. Just because I did not enjoy it, and I just went back to Borderlands 2. Now, flash forward, like, however many years it's been since the pre-sequel came out. Doing the solo run, honestly, it is a really good game. I think it is better, but people expect it, including me, for the pre-sequel to be as much better than Borderlands 2 as Borderlands 2 was better than Borderlands 1. Like, there is this huge jump in quality overall, and it's just unrealistic to expect it again going from Borderlands 2 to Borderlands pre-sequel. That's my top 5 fact of the week, and I will go to the grave with it. I think pre-sequel's still great, and people need to go back and replay it and realize it has some really good mechanics.
So what was it? Borderlands 2, Borderlands pre-sequel?
Yeah. So I think that, like, thematically, the pre-sequel is based on the moon. And so it's got, like, a completely different fighting mechanics. I don't want to say completely different. It's got one different fighting mechanic, which is the lack of gravity a lot of the time. And you have an O2 kit, which allows you basically, like, ground pound. For, like, slam damage and stuff like that, or slam, like, elemental effects and stuff. Which is nice. It's just like a little added in thing, not a big deal. But I think that, I don't know, I feel like space being added into it kind of turned some people off, including me. I was just like, this is not where I expected this franchise to really go and be different. But again, going back and playing it through, it's still a great Borderlands game at the end of the day. It may not be the hype that playing Borderlands 2 was because of how surprising and it was in its greatness. A good game front to back. If you didn't have to compare it to Borderlands 2, you'd love it. So that's
if it was in a vacuum sort of thing.
Yeah.
Understandable. I might have to go back to it.
Honestly.
But played some other 4-man co-op games lately, so we gotta get through those first, you know.
I hear you, bro. But that's my week.
By you, Flint.
Oh, you passing to me?
Oh yeah. I'll go last. I'll hold on to it.
Uh-oh.
All right. Well, I'll hold on to Obi for a little bit then too.
Ooh,
Just
Obi.
That's a shared.
That's
experience.
why he's going last. All right.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, I've been in the same boat as Trevor, honestly. Part of the reason I hadn't been playing Apex after getting called out immediately was I would get home from work and I'd look at the computer and I go, fucking, I just don't want to play a multiplayer game. I don't know what it was. I don't know. I think I was just like mentally tired. Didn't feel like I wanted to let my teammates down. So I just been cracking open XCOM and Magic the Gathering Arena, which I know is technically a multiplayer game, but it's literally just me playing cards against a faceless opponent. So I don't really count that. And it's been pretty chill. It's been pretty good. I always thought Magic the Gathering was this super complex, impossible to learn because it's been around 20 years and everyone that plays it is some secret fucking master wizard at it. It's not that bad. I thought it would be a lot worse. It took me like 20 minutes to learn.
Does Magic not retire cards like Hearthstone does?
So they don't retire cards from what I've seen, but what they do is they release new sets every 4 or 5 months, and those new sets don't necessarily add new mechanics, but they're just like a new set of cards, and most people just shift over to use those. They're not necessarily better, but
well, so it's not because I think Hearthstone, for competitive, it's like the 3 most recent sets and the OG cards, right? Like the base game cards and then the 3 most recent DLC.
So they I don't know if they retire necessarily, but they there's different modes, right? So like I think Commander is when you have like 100 cards in your deck, and I think you can just pull those from anywhere. And then they have Standard, which I believe Standard is, I would assume, like the newest sets, like the core set of the year, like because they have like one yearly set, like these are 2019's cards, and then 3 times throughout the year in 2019 they'll add expansions to that, right? So people want to buy the new cards regardless. I don't know if they discourage you from using the old cards. I think it's more like Yu-Gi-Oh, where you can use the old cards, just sometimes you wouldn't even bother.
Gotcha.
Right? Like if you go back to like the old OG Yu-Gi-Oh cards, you look at them like these are the worst things. Why would I ever play this?
Like the status effects just weren't thought out at the time, kind of thing.
Yeah, they didn't add a whole lot of status effects. Like rare monsters were ones that cost low mana and had a lot of attack. Like there wasn't as much effect play, I guess, in old Magic versus new Magic. So,
gotcha.
And a lot more cards combo off each other in new Magic. They're more like, I play this card, which gets me to play this card, and these 2 cards interact, and I get to do more damage to you or heal myself or something. Gotcha. So there's a lot more of that. So that's been fun as fuck. I've only really just started playing more multiplayer with the boys in the last few days. I just kind of woke up and I was like, yeah, I've been feeling it. Been playing Smite more, which is nice. It's nice to play it and not give a shit, honestly.
Yeah.
Playing some Arena, playing some Assault. Those have been pretty fun. I've been feeding my brains out. I got to remember how to not press the W key 300% of the time. Because there have been so many
When he says feeding his brains out, he means feeding his brains out.
Brains out. I'm gone. Gonzo.
He's got the blinders on. The only thing he can see is the enemy's team's fountain.
If you have 19 deaths, your W key is stuck.
Yeah. Dude, hold on. I didn't have 19. Let's fucking walk that one back. I think I had like 11.
Makasura, today you were 13 and 19.
Okay.
I was not. I was not.
I don't know. That stat
Hold
sounds
on.
like he's looking at it. He's on Smite Guru right now. Check
I
it
don't
out.
got it open. I may be exaggerating, but I'm pretty sure.
You are excited.
You pull
no,
up.
you can't walk up back. Oh, I'm pretty sure.
You pull it up. Pull it up.
Pull out the Smite Gurus.
You can't just pull a stat out. And
But
be
what
like,
happened?
But I'm not.
It's like last night we're
100%.
playing with Dep Nation. Flint has been feeding his brains out so much. Flint is basically like in fountain, and Dep's like, Flint, back up. You're out of position. Like, wait a minute.
That was the game I was doing well too. I was fragging idiots as AMC, and I was at our pillars, and Dep's like, Flint, you gotta back up. I was like, I'm at our pillars next to the rest of the team.
Yeah. No, but the rest of... Okay, hold on. I was going to let you have that until you said those last words. Because I specifically remember this moment. And it's when we were all still dead. The respawn timers were still ticking. And then the timer hit 0. And you're like, where'd my team? I'm at the middle. My team's here, right? Gets eaten up. He gets taunted. He gets freaking flaunted, slammed off the top rope.
What noise did it make when he died?
Yeah,
What was that?
You know what? Memory. I'm rolling back the memory bank. I guess I don't really remember.
Oh,
And that
I mean,
might be a
you just recalled it a second ago.
Now that I'm rolling it back. All right, there's my roll back.
I
We all
had
got one.
I had
We all got
13
one.
deaths as Bakasura.
Okay.
Did you have
that
closer
was a
to
little
a
better.
19 in there yesterday or earlier today?
Yeah. You get a scroll.
I had 14 as AMC, but I also had 15 kills. So
So your W key is
Plus
stuck.
one.
Your W key stuck.
yeah, it's like jammed down. I gotta remember to like pull it back. I don't know why, but the thing is, because I played some by myself this morning before you guys got on, and I was doing great. I was playing Conquest. I wasn't feeding my brains out. I was getting kills. I was doing all right. I went 10-3 as AMC. No problem. Just walking around like, oh, fucking whatever.
I'm sure.
It's in the match history, dude. I got the receipts. I'll take the whole OCE scene down in one fell swoop. Fucking watch me do it. I will.
How much did you
receipts.
pay? How much did you pay those guys to get on their second accounts and carry you?
Cannot disclose the amount.
How much?
Uh,
I'll call Aiden up right now and see how much he just got paid to get on Canadian Ice 1.
Yeah, just re-logged in on it. Oh yeah. So that's been fun. The other thing I've been doing D&D stuff, but we've been talking about D&D for the last 3 weeks. I'm gonna give people a break about that. Can't kill me if I'm the DM though. That's all I'm gonna say about that. Bryce and I have been playing Dead Island a little bit. We're almost done Dead Island 1. We're at the lab. If you guys have played Dead Island, we're at the laboratory. We just rescued the girl, air quotes rescued, brought her back to the lab for some testing, and we're about to head to the prison. We're gonna get the boat out there.
Motherfucking AI
the
is dumb.
mysterious
That
voice.
girl was the dumbest AI I've seen.
Oh,
if you see
the
a
worst.
motherfucking zombie, one zombie is on fire from Flint, and the other one is fucking hitting them with fucking shocked from me. You don't just walk through them. We would kill zombies. Next thing you know, the fucking NPC, the girl's on the ground. Like, can you get up? Like,
Almost
let's
dead.
go. Let's go.
Almost dead. She's like, life alert, help me.
But yeah, I was bummed, dude, because you had been playing fucking the single player shit all week. And the first thing I heard from you all week, you're like, zombies? I'm like, I can't right now.
The one time I hit you up.
Yeah.
Oh, wait. Hold on. Let me run this back. So, Bryce said no. I'm looking at my message history. I don't
This
see
is,
anything.
I need to be there for this. This is my campaign. You cannot play without me.
That's right. I can't do it. I don't want to. I've already beat the game 4 fucking times. Like,
Yeah.
I don't need to beat it again by
And
myself.
you beat it too, Trevor. You're just gonna fucking go play it without me, you fucks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you guys are playing
Bryce,
without
we
me.
finish our story.
Because I haven't played it.
No? Imagine not having played it.
Dude. Bryce is meeting everyone. It's nice because we're just making fun of it, drinking beers, just kind of going, this is the dumbest shit. Some of the missions are stupid, but
Capra
we
Sun.
had one NPC. You guys remember him?
Snipe.
We had to prove our mettle as warriors, right? So we did that, and then we had to go back to the village that we had proved our mettle as and talk to the chief, Obi.
So we took the
Obi.
truck. Flint's the driver, as you fucking guys know. We take the truck back to the cave where you fight in the pit and shit like that. He's in there chilling still. Flint drives the fucking truck straight to the door. Stuck. Right in there. Can't fuck it, just gets it. So there's no walking around the truck. Like Flint got the truck stuck and I was in the back seat and he was in the front. He got out and was in the cave. I couldn't get past the truck. I had to fast travel to Flint to get to the quest. That's how stuck the truck was.
Didn't think about it. Just was like, yeah, just slam her in there. Let's go. So we go talk to Obi. The only thing Obi is wearing is a headdress with devil horns and a loincloth with his ass cheeks hanging out.
He's got a
that's
thong
how-
on for some reason in this fucking zombie apocalypse. No shoes. Okay.
Looking. Okay.
So it's an escort mission. So Obi's taking us to his secondary location, his secondary village. And if you play Dead Island, the NPCs basically follow a path. Like, they just walk on the path and they'll stop every once in a while to let you kill some zombies. And that's how escort missions go. It's pretty standard stuff. But it's a scripted path, so they cannot deviate from it. Obi starts telling us a story. Back in my day, this is how the earth was created in the moon, and he's talking about all this mystical mumbo jumbo, and he's walking towards the truck, and Bryce and I are walking behind him, and we're like, hadn't considered the truck, thought, oh fuck, wait, that's jammed in between the cave, that's not moving.
My default thought to like what an NPC would do if the truck is in the way is like, it just walks through the truck as if the truck isn't there.
Yeah, just intangible, whoop, through. Not Obi.
Not Obi.
Obi summons his warrior spirits, and he just fucking walks up to the truck, fucking lifts it up, and throws it 40 feet in the air. The collision physics are fucked up, and this pickup truck just whoop, vertical.
He fucking, you see it, it's like, boom, moves a little bit, boom, moves a little bit, boom. It's fucking, this truck, 4-door fucking pickup truck, couple thousand pounds, flying through the fucking air. Here it goes, boom, boom. And I'm watching fucking yonder, this motherfucking truck lands right on Flint's head. Boom, kills him.
One shot.
Not only did I think the NPC would walk through it, how does this truck landing on Flint's head kill him? Like, holy fuck.
But why does he have a hitbox? Like,
Well, because he needs one so the zombies can attack him.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh, okay.
So that's how they scripted it. But
Gotcha.
this truck shoots up, and I was already walking forward because I thought, oh fuck, I'm gonna have to move the truck for Obi. So like, I'm like walking forward, and the fucking it just slams on me head first. I'm dead. And we're almost in disbelief because he's just like talking about the sun and the moon. He's like, his speech hasn't stopped. It just whoa, crushes me, and we're in fucking tears. Like, we're just like, oh, Obi, what are you doing?
Like, we're sorry. Obi, I'm sorry. We'll kill these zombies for you, dude. Please. One time, then we forgot a little bit, and I'm like, Obi, fucking drag your ass. And Flint's like, don't talk to Obi like that. You'll get it. You'll get it next.
Dude. Obi's gonna squat you off the cliff. That's why his cheeks are out, dude. They're fucking, you can squat a truck, no problem. And he's also the only NPC we've had. Because most of the time what happens in the escorts is the NPCs will walk forward, they'll see a zombie, they'll stop and go, fuck, there's a zombie, guys, and then you're supposed to run up and kill him. That's how it is. It's how it's been the whole game. Obi goes, there's a zombie, and sprints up to it with his fucking shaman stick and just starts throwing hands.
It was a big-ass Chad zombie, too. One of the big motherfuckers that knock you over. He's got his fucking maraca or whatever the fuck.
Hit him with the bop.
He's doing negative damage, by the way. He's doing like 15 damage to hit. He doesn't give a shit. No. And we're just like, oh, all right, Obi. Sorry. I think we were in tears almost that whole escort mission, man.
My
fucking stomach was hurting. I was like...
Eventually, Flint hit a fucking zombie because he's got this big-ass baseball bat with a fucking mod on it and shit. He's playing Sam B. Fucking Flint hit this zombie and it went flying over a rock through the bushes. We turned around and we're like, you see that, Obi? We can do that shit too. You fucking see that? Fuck around, Obi, and be your head. Let's go. Get your fucking ass up here.
Shut the fuck up, Obi. But then, so we're already in tears from laughing, and we get Obi to the spot where he's supposed to be. And
now Obi's our brother. Our Obi's our dude now.
He's our boy. He's the third man. He's the third man in the squad. Obi finds a girl in his fucking cave. I don't know.
Uh-oh.
Like she's sleeping there. Uh-oh. And he goes, bad spirits are afoot. Starts doing his fucking dance. And then the girl wakes up and she's like, oh fuck. He takes the staff. He's like, I'm gonna beat the shit out of this girl. We're in a cutscene, right? He's going to hit this girl. As he's bringing the staff down, one of the other characters that we're not playing pulls a gun out, shoots Obi in the back, kills him immediately. We can't do anything.
No! Obi! No, not like this!
I haven't been that attached to a character in so long.
It's such a short amount of time.
No! Yeah, it's immediate. They're having a dialogue. They're talking about, like, they're revealing plot details, like what we're gonna do next. Bryce and I are not paying attention. Bryce and I are screaming in the mic about Obi. We don't care that the fucking island's like, oh man, cannibals have been around for years and all this other crazy shit's like, Obi, come back, dude.
Yeah.
No.
Obi.
Another thing I thought of too, Bryce, is we just basically killed the leader of that whole ass tribe. Like, what are they gonna do? Where's our tribe leader? Well, he's in his cave with a bullet in his back.
Yeah.
And we don't use guns, so I'm gonna guess it probably wasn't us or a zombie. Just throwing it out there. Probably made some issues in that whole.
Zombies got knives and shit. Maybe one randomly had a gun.
Could be.
Maybe it was Armin's boys or that other fucking dude we killed.
Yeah, Armand.
Armand, yeah.
That guy was funny too. Just spray and pray. Fucking run around the AK.
I don't know why. Trevor, I was telling Flint, the way Dead Island is set up right now with this laboratory in the woods and shit, this is like some straight from Lost to TV show type shit. Why is there a random laboratory on this island? Don't know. Why are the doors wide open? Come on in, zombies.
I don't even remember. I played this game.
I think it was like if I remember the dialogue, because I think Bryce and I were shit talking when they were explaining it. It was something like they were a pharmaceutical company, and eco-terrorists bombed their first lab.
Yeah.
So they moved it in. But Why were eco-terrorists bombing their first lab? Why did they pick this island in the middle of fucking nowhere? They could have had like a lab in California or something.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah. I don't get it.
Isn't that the premise of the game after? Not Riptide. I thought they came out with a third one. Where that was
They were gonna come out with Dead Island 2, but it's been delayed. It's like Duke Nukem. It's never coming out. Till like
I say I've seen so many trailers, and I think it's in the on the some beach in California, right?
yeah, Dead
Isn't it
Island
like
2
Venice
is supposed
Beach
to
or
be set in
something?
California. Yeah, it's supposed to be. They have a cinematic and a gameplay trailer,
Yeah.
and you can buy it on the Microsoft store, but it's not available. It's been in development since 2016. So it's not coming out for quite a while.
That's one unlucky in the chat.
The release date is this year, December 31st at 3 a.m. But I think that just means it's not coming out.
Right.
Now. I'm not an expert, but I'm pretty sure that's what that means. So that's been fun. Bryce, how's the rest of your week, buddy? What did you do?
Yeah. Now that Flint told the story.
The first announcement I have to make, Trevor started it. If you've been here for a while, you know this has been a long road, a long journey. I finished Naruto. It's done. I've seen it. I've watched it. I still got to watch the last movie. But yeah, I got to well, we'll wait for
the
that.
series, the movie.
Yeah, we'll wait for that a little bit for now. Fucking yeah, episode 500, like Trevor said, I was not prepared for Iruka and Naruto's little exchange. Instant tears, easy. Fucking, well yeah, it's finally done. I was telling Trevor I might go back and watch the last episode of the Naruto Sasuke fight, or like how that all ended, like back in the village. I feel like that's a better ending. Or like do that, or maybe I'll just pretend that, and then they skipped like 15 episodes and just did the wedding. Because everything leading up to that, I'm like, it was okay, but to think like the end of this is how the show is going to end, like miss all that.
I feel like they did that because, I mean, there was no way for them just to end a dynasty like that. Like, hey, thanks for tuning in for literally 2 decades. We ended it on Naruto and Sasuke fighting, and that was it. Like, they had, and then if they wanted to do the wedding as the end, you couldn't just do that as the next episode. I think they needed, like, a cooldown period for people just to kind of be like, yeah, Naruto's over. But then still kind of clip that off really well with the wedding episode.
Yeah.
Because you think about it, each of those episodes between the end of the fight and the wedding, that was a week at least per episode. So there's like what, 12, 15 of those. Yeah. So they milked a few more months out of it to and then have that big conclusion. So it's one of those experiences I think you just had to have live in order to not feel like they kind of tucked it a little bit.
Yeah. So now I'm up to season 3 of My Hero. It's been until season 3 that I see the hype with My Hero. Like season 1 and season 2 are like, okay. Season 3 so far has been like popping off. I'm only like on episode 6 or 8 or something like that. But yeah, it's been good so far. And Assassination Classroom's the other shit I'm watching. Been falling asleep a bunch during it, but it's still good. It's meme worthy.
Oh hell yeah!
Game wise, been hitting up the Smite with the boys this weekend. Played Dead Island. Flynn explained that. I played a little bit before everybody got on. I started a new game called Last Day of June. It's a atmospheric storytelling type game. Hits you in the feels type game. I'm like probably halfway through it, I think. But it's worth picking up. I think, if you're into that type of game, if you want to relax and you're into the story and shit. You guys know after A Way Out, which is basically a movie, not a game. Like I'm all about that shit. So Last Day of June is similar. It's a puzzle gamey. I mean, you got fucking to beat it or whatever. I won't ruin it for you guys, but I'm enjoying it so far.
Hell yeah.
And that was my week pretty much.
I'm looking this game up just to see what it looks like. Is it in Steam?
Yeah, it's in Steam. I think I get it on sale. The art style is definitely different, and there's no actual dialogue in the game. It's all they make sounds as if they were talking, so it's like tone of voice ish without words, and their interactions. So I don't know. Part of me thinks it's like kind of fucking powerful that like you can get the emotion from it, and they're not actually saying anything.
Yeah. Yeah, this does look pretty cool. I'll have to check this out. I hadn't heard of this before.
Yeah.
But
I
was expecting, based on your description, it'd be like a Limbo kind of game, like in gameplay. Kind of side-scrollery, but no, it's not.
No. I recommend play with mouse and keyboard. I tried to start it with controller so I could like sit back and chill. But the way the joystick and walking, it's pretty much not possible. And I mean, I could also just be an idiot, or my controller is a piece of shit, but I would recommend keyboard.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like all of those are good separate points.
Yeah. Mm. So yeah.
Hey, I saw something this week. I've been kind of watching it, and this is more like a larger topic, but I just wanted to get your opinion on it quick. How do you guys feel about like accessibility in gaming, specifically in a game like Dark Souls or Cuphead or Sekiro is the new one that came out, having like a difficulty slider? You guys think that that's fine, or are you more on the side of like play the game as the designer intended sort of thing?
I just like, if you don't mind me going first.
Go
yeah.
I just don't see the big deal. I don't know why people are freaking out. It's just like, hey, if they design it too hard and you can't beat it, whatever. I mean, what's the difference between some, like 90-year-old guy picking up the sticks on Call of Duty and getting whooped in lobby versus you not being able to, do well in Dark Souls or something? Like, but where's the assumed, like, we have to make the game this easy kind of area, If you're bad, just like go play another game that's like this that will let you be bad.
This is very much one of those things where I haven't paying much attention about it, but based on the explanation, this is what I would think it is. This is very much one of those things that the people who are mad about it are the people who beat Dark Souls and are trying to use it as some like fucking pedestal. As if like I love Dark Souls. You should have to play Dark Souls the way it is. Don't do this, because they can use that as like a fucking advantage. Simple like, hey, I'm fucking Grandmasters. There should be no bronze. Fucking idiots. Get better, then you can play the game. So I just feel like having a difficulty, easy, medium, hard, very hard, that's been part of fucking games forever. So if you want to add it to shit like Dark Souls and shit, like, I don't care. I've never been one. I'll play my fucking game on easy. I'll play a game on medium. Playing games to me, much like the fucking, I just told you I played Last Day of June. It's about the story of the game. It's about beating the game. It's not playing it on hard or very hard because that's what makes me feel like I've achieved beating the game. And if that's your thing, cool. But we probably will never understand why I would want to play on, easy medium, hit me with the filthy fucking casual. And I'll never, like, I don't want to understand, like, why you would want to play on very hard. I would never also beat a game on easy fucking medium and then go back and play it very hard. Like I fucking beat the game. I think the only thing I might have did it is like fucking 007. But, you know, but yeah.
Can I narrow this down? So, I hear what you're saying, but, so what, how do I put this? Do you care? Because it sounds like you don't care.
No.
If there's any, like, all the difficulty settings under the sun. But to the other end, kind of posing what Flint's saying, do you care if they just drop it and it doesn't have, like, it's just hard?
Oh, no, I don't care about that either.
Yeah. Like, same. That's my thing. Like, if the game wants to be hard, just let it be hard. Like,
the way Dark Souls is, especially the fighting mechanics and everything like that, the way it's set up, it's meant to be hard.
Yeah.
I feel like, anyway. I mean, I never played them, but I've watched a few people play them. It just seems like it's one of those games, like that's how it's meant to be.
Agreed. Yeah, that's like one of the, gameplay, Dark Souls is definitely unique in it, in its mechanics. But at the same time, like, but the joy seems to come from the accomplishment. But I mean, like, everyone gets their own joy off anything else. But it's just, if a game comes out and it has 50 difficulty settings or 1, just like the game, just play it. If you don't, just try it too. You know? I don't expect them to come out and patch and be like, yeah, we heard community feedback, so we added an easy mode. Like, I don't see a reason to do that. If anything, the fact that they haven't done anything that I've seen is probably the best thing, because then people are just getting mad and generating more, more clout, as the kids would say, for the game. I mean, if they're saying, wow, this game is so hard, nobody can beat it, and you're like, yeah, well, I did. I mean, hey, all the fans of the game who are playing it are just going to feel that much better, or, other people are going to buy into it who maybe overlooked the game and didn't think it was going to be as good just because they didn't see enough about it.
Yeah, it's this specific series, because what kicked off the latest set of arguments around this was the new Souls game, or like Sekiro is the Japanese version of Dark Souls. Same company, just different setting. Was, like that came out, and the Dark Souls community is very much how Bryce would put it, like, get good is their motto. Like, that's how they see themselves. If you can't beat Dark Souls, you just have to keep playing so you can. And they're almost toxic about it, in the sense that, like, you can't even ask for advice. Like, if you go on the Dark Souls Reddit and say, hey, I'm trying to beat this boss, how would I go about that? They would say, just get good. And that's the extent of the advice you're going to get from them. So they're super in, like, the far fuck you, we're going to do what we want camp. And you have these other people that are super like, well, I just want to be there for the story. And they're militantly so, like, they're not like Bryce, who's like, I don't give a flying fuck. I'll play it on easy mode if I'm here for the story, but if it's not there, it's not there. They're like, no, it should be there. So that's
just go watch Twitch. That's the easiest mode. Go watch a playthrough. You literally can't get easier.
Yeah. I literally, I'm kind of in the camp, like, I don't give a shit if it's there. Like, it's like Dead Island. Like, Bryce and I are playing Dead Island. There's no difficulty on that. Like, the game's just the game. But if there was an easier mode and we were dying a bunch, and it was impacting our fun, I'd be like, okay, yeah, we can turn it down a notch if we just want to fucking meme around and shoot zombies. I don't give a shit, right? But
I mean, I die a bunch anyway, so there's that.
you had a couple sneaky deaths. I knew you weren't going to say anything about it.
I've just started dying and hope you don't see that I die. That's my Flint,
I need a revive.
I've dropped that a couple times today.
Oops. He doesn't have to do it. Just auto revives him. I don't even have to fucking do anything. It's great.
Well, here, but before we move on from this, I want to poise one other point to kind of wrap this up. So I think the other end of it is this. Have you heard anybody say there should be a hard mode to Yoshi's Crafted Island? Like, you guys have seen gameplay of that game? The new Yoshi's game for the Switch?
I haven't, but I've heard it's pretty
all right.
good.
If you look at any gameplay for it, you'll realize it's meant just to be this cute game. Like, it is genuinely adorable. The mechanics, the thought they put into it. I'm actually thinking about getting it. Like, it is the most casual game ever. But it is genuinely, like, the thought and that they put into it and the attention to details. Actually, pretty cool. I never expected to want to get it. Because it's so casual. But, like, that's just how the devs made it. I'm not, I don't feel like it needs to be harder. I'm just like, it's not a game for me. Now looking at it, maybe it is. But, I tend to be more competitive, so I'm automatically just going to be like, hey, if the devs want to make that, too easy for me, it's not, going to grind my competitive gear up enough, then go get another game.
Mm-hmm.
Like, the market's not saturated enough.
Yeah, like there's a whole bunch of RPGs people could be playing. Like, you don't have to be playing the new Dark Souls like game. It's been interesting to see the arguments going back and forth. I know on the one side they were saying, like people with disabilities can't play Souls games, and then someone linked a quadriplegic dude beating one of the final bosses in the new Soul game. That guy, I was like, God damn. I think that dude's a better gamer than I'll ever be. Fucking playing with That was the nastiest shit I've ever seen. I don't even know how the fuck he did that. He had the Xbox adaptive controller, which is like the coolest shit in the world as a sidebar. I fucking love that thing. That's so smart. Yeah, I just saw it come up like right before we started recording while I was looking for UFC streams to and I was like, fuck, I might as well ask,
Yeah. I mean, I've seen a lot of talk about it too. I've been following it, looking at Reddit, looking at, Twitter and everybody talking about it. And personally, I mean, I never considered the argument myself before this was kind of put out into the public forum with this game. But, I don't know. I think my opinion's kind of well formed, at this point. Someone can sway me otherwise. I mean, that's cool.
Yeah. I've seen it from both sides. I think I'd just rather leave it up to the devs, and then if they make it too easy or too hard, it's not the game for me, I guess. That's kind of where I'm sitting.
Yeah.
I'll go play Dead Island or Apex or something with you guys. Do other shit.
I'll go
Watch
play
some
Minecraft.
anime.
I'll go take a nap.
One time. Take a nap one time.
Hey.
That's it.
Hey, get
Career's
triggered one time. 3 years out.
Sounds like he's about to take another nap. Be careful.
I'm about it. Fucking sleepy time beer. We're going to bed, boys. Good
All right,
night.
that's the podcast. See you guys later.
Yeah,
Trevor,
good podcast, boys.
I heard you're excited about some Fortnite.
We wanna do that now, huh?
That's what I heard. That's what I heard.
Yeah. So, I got an opinion to put out there. I am an FPS guy all around. I really never had any desire to play MOBAs until Smite. And I came in, probably a few years late to that. But like, so my hunt ground is, the early days of Call of Duty, from even the single player games back in the day. And I followed that franchise for really until Ghost. But Battlefield, Halo, all the other garbage games that came out in the middle. And even though Call of Duty was my forefront game, there's a little thing about Halo, as some of you fans may remember. They're kind of good about making a product that is so well-rounded no matter what mood you're in, you're just like, yeah, I kind of want to play Halo. Like, I just want to go be creative. Great. Yeah, forge me. I want to be competitive. Great. Yeah, multiplayer. I want to be troll in multiplayer. Great. We have grab bag. Or no, not grab bag. What was it? What was it? Something sack. Something sack. Help me out here. Was action sack? No. What was that playlist? We know the playlist.
I gotta look it up. Yeah.
Help me out. Yeah. Come back to me. But we had that. You know, they had MOTD kind of stuff. They had these
Action
custom
sack.
game modes.
Action
It
sack.
was action sack. Okay. And you know, that was community driven too. But it's like, oh no, I just wanted to be co-op offline with my friends. You have multiple ways to do that. Casual and like super hardcore modes. Or you just want to do single player. You had it. It's just like, it was so all inclusive. And I've been dreaming of any dev to follow that up and do something, I wouldn't even say better. Just do that again. It's, you know, I know Halo still exists. I know Halo 5 is still out there. I do not care. The mechanics of Halo at this point, I just bore me. I know they're coming out with a new game in the future, but I'm just looking for literally anybody else to step up to the plate and be like, yeah, we want to do a creative mode, we want to do competitive multiplayer, and we want to have some kind of engaging like single player co-op mode that you can kind of just do whatever you want. So fast forward. I played Fortnite in alpha because I loved Save the World mode as it came to be known. You know, me and a few friends grinded that for a long time, and then it went into beta. Bought that in. I think I bought like everyone codes to like for the base beta game back in the day, because I was just like all about it. And then the Battle Royale came out, you know, like 2 months into the beta, and hit everybody by storm. We know the story of that. But we played Battle Royale, all three of us, for quite a while. Flint, we won't talk about it, but we played it.
Dusty Depot forever, boys.
Flint was in the game. He was there.
He was there.
Yeah.
He was usually at the bottom of a set of stairs somewhere, but he was there.
He was there.
But fast forward a year, and I think, you know, I don't want to speak for all of us, but I think we all just kind of got tired of it. The mechanics and it just got monotonous at a point.
It was just one of those games, like Apex, we could play, like, go play right now and do like fairly well. I've just felt like Fortnite was one of those games you're not playing regularly to keep up how you build and shit like that. Know the current building meta, fucking know all the weapons because they're changing a lot. Like, you have to build all the time and be playing to be able. People build faster than I think. So that's when it became like, okay, no thanks.
Yeah. No, 100%. I felt the same way. Like even Apex, you can, or games like that where you don't have to build. The worst thing is like, you gotta remember gun mechanics. But then I gotta remember gun mechanics, and then just like, I have to like unconsciously build, and like you have to, just like you said, it's a nightmare to get back into when you leave for a week. But I think overall, it just, on top of that kind of steamrolled it. But it just like, it was the same stuff. I mean, at that time, the best thing they were doing mechanically was, or like, it make the game different was they just change up a few places or added new places to the map. I don't even think they changed a place on the map at that point. It was just, they're adding new locations like Tilted and that. But, so we stopped playing. And I haven't been back since. You know, I'm happy the game has had the success it's had. You know, it's put video games really out there in the mainstream and gotten a lot of attention. You know, they've made a lot of progress, and good for them. You know, like so what if they make a lot of money and they're popular? Here's my realization I hate to say it. When creative mode came out for Fortnite, I saw it and it all clicked that Fortnite had become the game I had asked devs to create and just dreamed of for the greater part of a decade. And I'm looking at it. I'm like, this is everything I've asked for. I mean, they have co-op. Play single player, but it's really mainly co-op. There's a lot of things you can do in co-op. They put a lot of time and energy into it, so it does feel like its own game. You have the BR, which definitely has a player count. You don't have to worry about that. They're updating it a lot. They're adding new mechanics. They're trying to be. They do have to pick up from other games.
You can be a
and
fucking
then they come
hamster.
out with creative. Well, I mean, they're adding stuff. I'm not saying I like it, but they're putting new mechanics in. They put a lot of mechanics in that just did not work, or they were just too broken. But they're trying. They paved new ways. Like people do talk smack, like, oh well, they picked up the ping system and the revive system from Apex. It's like, yeah, but like, what about the other 100 things they did, like in the past? Like, I mean, so what? They grabbed 2 things from somebody else. They pulled up a lot of new mechanics on top of the first game to add building for a VR. But moving on from that, then they come out with creative, and it's maybe it's not exactly like Forge, but it's very intuitive from everything all the footage I've seen. You have a lot of customization, and you can just do what the game was called, be creative, and be super casual, make all these crazy things that really weren't I wouldn't say intended, but expected. And now they're promoting, as I think just like this week, they're promoting community content. So like community made game modes and maps and stuff, and it's like, hey, here's the code if you want to go play this thing, and just posting them up on Twitter like, hey, check this out. So it sucks. I don't hate the game, and I'm kind of tempted to go back for just creative, to be frank. But I wish I could have my cake and eat it too, and have all these great things come out for a game I'm currently in love with, or I could be. Huge props to Epic, as much as like the shit they get for their store and everything, and the shit they get for being popular. I mean, huge props to being the first dev to really flesh out the game. Like, they got popular and they took it and they ran with it. That is one thing I always respect them for, because there's Hi-Res. There's a lot of companies who get their 10 minutes and that's it. They had 10 minutes and it's used up, and that's all they have for the next couple of years at best. But they took it and they cultivated it, and they made Fortnite into the most popular game.
They just said fuck that other game too. Like, this game ain't going anywhere. What the fuck was it?
Oh, Paragon?
Yeah, they just said fuck it. Like, get this out of here.
That's fine. I'm happy they did that.
I respect that.
That's respect.
Yeah.
I mean,
somewhere's
like
Dick's
Paragon.
crime, bro.
Yeah.
I did not like playing Paragon, but I like what they tried. They tried to make this like super gorgeous MOBA game.
It was gorgeous.
And
it was beautiful.
I don't know if it was because it was beautiful, or what. Like, it didn't. Something about it just didn't feel right. It looked great, but it was not fun for me.
Yeah.
I know that it had its own fan base. While we're not judging size, it was a good idea, and they picked up on Smite's third person. They did try to expand upon that in their own direction. So, I mean, like, Epic's rolling. I mean, you think about it, even if the store sucks, like, I mean, they put the store out. That's huge in its own. I'm not trying to give them respect for the quality of the store, as much as, they have done a lot with the money they've been given. But I just wish I could love their game, because it is on paper great.
This dude in the UFC fight got kicked straight in the dick. Just straight in the dick. They called timeout. got separated to the other sides of the ring. The dude kept trying to like tap him. Like, bro, like, I'm sorry, I just kicked you straight in the dick. He's like holding onto the side. Oh shit! I thought the dude was about to faint, fucking pass out, straight in the dick.
Is that why he's like? It looks like he's mouthing "I'm sorry" right now.
Yeah, yeah.
You guys are about a full 5 minutes behind because that dick kick was like that was a while ago.
Yeah,
I was like,
I saw Bryce laugh.
spinning. That's when I was laughing when fucking it's like, whoo, dick kick. Give him no dick kick.
My player
Anyway.
it needed to be reloaded, so I was looking at Bryce laugh, and I'm like, I'm sure I'm missing something here.
Yeah,
big old dick kick. Yeah. Honestly, my only gripe with Epic is the quality of their store. I have nothing but I don't like Fortnite, but I have nothing but respect for what they've done with that product. And I kind of agree with you. Like the mechanics of the battle royale turn me off of the game, but it really does have everything that you could feasibly want in a game. Like it's taken creative mode, it's taken a BR. There's a co-op wave defense game. If you want to play Save the World for whatever fucking reason, you can. Right? The only thing that's missing is like a single player story driven game, and then it would basically just be Halo for free. With cosmetics.
It's one of those things. I'm super happy they came out with the BR, but at the same time, I would have loved to have seen what Save the World had been, what it could have became had everything been dedicated to that. Granted, I don't think they would have made enough money to dedicate all the to even build the resource pool they have now. I do not see that at all. But I mean, props for what they've done. It just I'm hoping for Halo to come out and be like, hey, so we know we've kind of dropped the ball for a while now. And the most excited we've been able to get anybody in years is with a remastered version of our old games. But here's a new game where we actually just pulled our head out of our ass and did something that
I've been hearing good things. They've been saying like they've just the amount of investment that they've put into it apparently is insane.
I mean, I would hope so.
They're throwing devs, money, everything they got at it.
I mean, they're definitely trying with Halo 5 esports. I mean, they didn't give up.
They've never given up on Halo. It's just they've just mishandled it for since Halo. Some people see that's the other. Some people say they've mishandled it since Halo Reach. Some people say Halo 3. Some people really don't like Reach. I never understood. I really enjoyed that game. But I've always been a huge fucking nerd for the story. So maybe that's why.
I'm mixed feelings on Reach. Bryce, did you play Reach? Did you play Halo? I feel like you had to.
Halo 1, Halo 2 in the fucking basement on a 20-inch screen TV, splitting fucking fours, telling these other motherfuckers don't look at my screen, drinking fucking Malibu and orange juice because that's what you thought was hard fucking drinking when you're younger. Okay?
Yeah.
It was some good time. Smearing off ice, not because you got ice, but by choice. Okay?
And
I have not played since then though. I didn't play like Halo 3, Reach, fucking 4, 5, 6, 8.
I was gonna ask if you ever read the books, but then I realized that was a silly question to ask.
Imagine kicking somebody straight in the dick and still losing the fight.
And being mad about it. Yeah. He was pissed. He's like, this is fucking bullshit. I kicked him right in the fucking scrotum, bro. Fuck.
Look at that move.
Runs away. Scrotum! Dude started crying after he won too. He's like, fuck, that dick kick really hurt. That sucked. That sucked so bad.
That's gonna be the next interview question. Okay, before your next fight, we'll guarantee you'll win. Will you let somebody full force straight dick kick you again? Yes or no?
Absolutely not.
Give me the L.
Absolutely
Give
not.
me the L.
I'll take the L. I'll take the L.
Shit.
It's fucking wild. UFC is wild. That's an excellent transition into our community challenge, I think.
Hell yeah.
I don't know if you guys know what our community challenge is.
I mean, I definitely do.
Oh, hell yeah. Trevor replied to the tweet. So
my answer is can't
hell
wait.
Yeah. We really enjoyed tiering chips last episode. That was fun. So we thought we'd do the same thing with spectator sports. I asked the whammies, hey, what's your most and least favorite spectator sport? And we kind of put them in a list, kind of organize them a little bit. Thought that'd be a fun community challenge, something we hadn't done before. I know we're all nerds, but you know, some of us like to watch sports still. Some of us like watching dick kicks every now and again. You know?
Hell yeah.
The old
Like
dick twist.
No dick kick.
dude, only way it could have been better if it was dick kick followed up by like an immediate double fucking titty twister or something.
Oh, I gotta find that clip.
Shit. Fucking turn the AC up, bitch.
Oh, fuck.
Right on the nipple. Oh, yeah. So, usually what we do, Trevor, is I'll read out a couple, we'll talk about them, and then I'll ask one of the co-hosts, and we'll kind of like space it out like that, so it's not all like our opinion, their opinion.
Okay.
Kind of space it out. So to start us off, I'm going to start off in the Discord. Kyle says, the worst sport is NASCAR. Then in quotes, look, they're making their 500th left turn in a row.
Honestly, forgot that was a sport, or else I would have included it in my answer.
See, I mean, I grew up, my dad liked NASCAR. We used to go watch NASCAR, bet on NASCAR, been in New Hampshire track a bunch of times, went to the Daytona 500 and was there for like the whole weekend. So saw the Busch race, which what it was called back then. Saw the truck race. The truck race was awesome. So I think I grew up liking it. So I still enjoy watching NASCAR. I told Flint before, when he comes and visits someday, we might have to go. He might have to come when NASCAR is here because you can bring a whole cooler filled with beer to the track. That is a motherfucking spectator sport if I've ever heard of one. Okay.
There are very few sports you can bring beer like to the live event.
Yeah.
Like your own beer.
Yeah.
There's lots of sports where you can drink beer, not many where you can bring your own.
Go watch Little League Baseball.
Come on, Billy. Fucking round the bases.
Come on, bro. We had different childhoods, apparently.
To me, NASCAR is still low tier, but it's not as low as I would have put it because the way Bryce has described it with such love and affection, I'm like, fuck, is it real? Like, am I just hating on it because I'm hating on it? Because I've never really watched NASCAR. Never sat down and watched it.
It's just got the stigma of
live.
rednecks and shit like that.
Wait, but my family is
Yeah, but
redneck,
I live in
and they
Yeehaw
watch
Town,
it.
so
Yeah.
I feel like
So
I gotta
you
give it a
should.
chance,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
I just came back from a fucking sporting goods show, and there was so much camouflage there. I thought I was in a forest
Yeah.
for a sec. I was in a warehouse. I was like, what the fuck going
Nope,
on here?
not giving you credit.
Nope.
I
I don't know. I put it like low C. But when I come down to Texas, if we go to a NASCAR event, I'll update it. Cause on TV it sucks. I'm gonna be honest, right? Even though I can sit on my own couch and sip beer, that's a hard watch on TV.
Yeah, I mean,
I feel
lot
like
of
live, it's a lot better.
especially on the bigger tracks where they don't crash that often, it can be tougher to watch. I don't like a lot of like the road tracks. But
see, I think like rally car is more interesting, if anything. Like, but I specifically like the 1v1 rally car that they do for like the X Games, where it's shorter track like in the arena, and it's just two similar tracks right next to each other, and they're just going for who can finish first. Like that, I think is hype. Not so much like long-winded rally car. I'm talking about like I guess more traditional rally car. But I don't know. I think that piques more of my interest in the motorsports. Well, I guess specifically for cars. Like,
If your answer was
X.
IndyCar sucks, I'll agree with you there because I fucking
Yeah,
hate watching
I mean,
Indy cars.
I don't see a huge difference for me.
Yeah, what is the difference between like what's the difference between IndyCar and regular NASCAR? Is it just a different car? Like it's the fucking,
cars,
like,
the
little-
tracks,
That and the track, yeah. The track isn't a circle.
and that could be because IndyCar to me has been a lot more of a foreign thing. Like NASCAR is very like, I'm fucking.
Oh, that's like
American.
Formula One. That's
Yeah.
that's the
Yeah,
difference.
IndyCar's
okay,
Formula
okay.
One.
I'm with you. I'm sorry. I mean,
Yeah,
well,
no,
fucking
just
watch it.
I mean,
I want to know.
Yeah.
No, I hear you. Okay. From like a, because I do like robotics and stuff in my IRL shit. Like the engineering side of it's interesting to me, like how fast they burn through tires, how the machines work, how they're designed to go at like 190 miles an hour. That part's cool, and the crashes are cool. I just don't know if I can get behind sitting on a couch and watching it.
Yeah.
Live event, different story, I would say. Zelato says best spectator sports. He's hitting us with a best. We didn't get a best from Kyle, but we do have one from Zelatos. He says women's field hockey and volleyball, college basketball. I'm assuming those are all the women's are in his S plus tier.
I feel like he just wants to look at girls play sports in smaller amount of clothing.
Which, you know, we're watching guys get kicked in the dick right now, so I can't really blame them.
Women's college basketball? No way that's an answer as best sport.
Yeah,
Zero.
no.
0%. 0%.
Hold on.
I can't even put NBA at top tier, bro. Like, I don't know about women's college, but
Yeah. Wait, it's 2019. We gotta roll that answer back. Hold on.
Like if you're watching women's UConn back in the day when they dominated and shit like that, I'll let that slide. But I'm not tuning in on a fucking Saturday night watching women's St. John's play women's fucking Kansas State or some shit like that. 0% chance.
Yeah, but for me, you can remove the word women, and I still wouldn't be tuning in. It does not matter. Like, put me to
yeah, college level is kind of like, unless you're like a scout or you're super.
I
imagine
dig
people that
college
watch
men's
the-
basketball.
Right, but are you a big basketball guy, or are you just March Madness rolls around and you're like, fuck yeah?
No, I've always liked Duke. I went to Duke basketball camp when I was like 16, so I've always been.
Okay.
My buddy's mom or my buddy's aunt lives down there, so yeah, I grew up being a Duke fan.
Okay. But to me that's different. That's similar to I love the Hamilton Bulldogs. They're not even a tier 2 team anymore.
Yeah.
Right. For they're OHL, so they're a step below. They're tier 3 now.
I think what
And
has a
I'll always
lot of
love
it.
watching their game.
I think what a lot of it has to do. Did you play basketball?
No.
I think like you played in high school and everything, like through.
I stopped at the end of middle school. I'll be fair.
Okay.
Wasn't tall enough.
Wow, dude.
I either wasn't a point guard because I always played center, and then I had my growth spurt, and then my growth spurt ended. So feels bad, man.
Lucky.
Maybe that's it. Maybe we're unwrapping my repressed hatred for my own height
That could
For
be it.
basketball.
versus basketball.
I
Wow,
can't.
we've uncovered
I
a
don't
lot
think
of
I've
it.
ever seen like women's field hockey. I guess I've never watched field hockey to compare it to
Yeah,
men's field hockey.
Oh, I've watched field hockey. Well, first of all, I gotta walk that back because there's no men's field hockey.
Okay, well,
That is not
all
a
right.
league.
Okay,
It
so
is women only.
so
Field
it must
hockey
be
is
fire
just women.
because that's field hockey. All right.
Yeah, it's I mean, it's interesting. It's weird for me as a Canadian because when you say the word hockey, I expect there to be a frozen surface involved. However, I'll watch it. I'm not mad. I'm not mad about it. They try and they don't have any padding really. So when they hit each other with their sticks, which are basically like wooden cudgels, like the ones you can find in fucking Dead Island and chests, I was like, oh fuck, that looked like it hurt. That's a. You're not walking on that leg tomorrow.
Yeah.
Some of those whaps, like the shins are all swollen and shit. They're limping in between periods. Like, oh, I don't know. As a sidebar, don't understand I get that people don't like watching women's sports. They find like the athleticism is lowered. Women's sports are fucking brutal though.
I mean, that's not what I was getting at all. Even like a girl playing college basketball would fucking whip my ass. I just like
100%.
You can't dunk. You can't dunk. You're not swatting anybody at the rim. Like you're slower. Yeah, I mean, you could still whoop my ass.
Slower, yeah.
I will admit that. Okay, but I don't enjoy watching it as much.
I understand. Hey, I'm not going to shame Josh's picks. I will say, when I played rugby, the women's rugby team would play before us, and they would play after us, and they would watch our games, and they would cheer us on, and then we watched the women's game, like in high school. They scared me. I was afraid for my life. Watching their scrums versus watching our scrums was like them watching us play was like them watching a bunch of drunk kindergartners, and then watching them play was like seeing the Navy SEALs fucking execute a game. It was the scariest shit I've ever seen in my life. They were like pulling each other's hair, shirts. I saw a fucking uppercut in a scrum once. Like, someone on our team was just down and they're like, whoa, what the fuck? And they're like, yeah, that just happens. And they just get up, sweet as pie, super nice in between. But it's like a fucking switch flipped. And it scared the fuck out of me. Like, okay. Same thing with water polo. I knew a girl that was on the Canadian under 18 fucking women's water polo thing. I was scared. She was like, do you know how many times I've just been kicked in the vag? I was like, no.
Yeah.
Can't say I tallied that up.
Give her
It's
an
like
old
hundreds.
badge kick.
Dude, knees pulling bathing suits apart as long as it's below the waterline. That's fucking terrifying, dude. And they're like, yeah, and apparently, I guess the men's is like that too. Like, it's just like you're under there fucking grabbing nuts 24/7 because as long as the ref can't see it, it's legal.
Hell, sign me up. Yeah.
Grabbing the D-bags in the water, bro. Hell yeah.
Pride.
Bro, you just grabbed my dick? No, what the fuck you talking about? What?
Dude, ref didn't see it. Fuck you. Grab it again.
Yeah. What's next? What the fuck's next?
Okay, yeah. So he says curling is in A+ tier for him.
Was it Olympics?
You guys watched curling
you just
before?
named fucking every Olympic sport you could come to the fucking mind. What the fuck? Nobody says curling. Shut the fuck up, Josh.
Curling's okay.
Okay, all right. Flint was about to say, "Yeah, A+," and then Bryce took the peg down.
Now my feelings are kind of hurt. You've hurt my listen. Curling's weird, but it's hard as fuck to do, and I enjoy watching it. It's like ice math. I like it.
Ice math.
I'll put it in A. Yeah, it's like ice math because you gotta fuck around with the rocks. It's like Canadians said, we have all this ice and we could just play darts. But why don't we just make up ice rocks with math?
Hold on.
It.
Hold on. We have all this ice. We could just play darts.
Yeah.
Darts is the thing you think of. Not hockey.
Yeah. No, stay inside. Play darts. Stay inside. No need to go outside.
We could just stay inside and play darts, but we have all this ice. We could just fuck around with ice rocks.
I thought,
because curling is like fucking curling's like darts.
He's not in his fucking snowsuit outside throwing darts into a tree, Trevor.
Well, that's what I'm like. What are you talking about?
That might be my winter activity.
Set it up.
I mean, if we're talking
get the
about
snowshoes on, running around.
Canada?
Dude,
Playing
fucking
darts
officer
out in the
rolls
snow.
by, lights are on. What are you doing? Nothing, officer. Just running around with my darts outside.
Yeah.
Fuck off.
Fucking smoke a
Leave me
couple
alone.
darts, throw a couple darts.
Yeah. Okay. I like this sport. I enjoy watching it during the Olympics. I would not go out of my way to find a curling match on TV.
Yeah.
If it's on and there's nothing else, I'm like, all right, yeah, okay.
Yeah. Turn off
If
the
it's
FPL
on
for
and there's
your
nothing
curling.
else, I'll shut the TV off.
I you haven't seen good curling, then. I don't know what to tell you.
Good. Dude, come watch me sweep the kitchen later. I'll fucking show you some curls.
Dude, hurry hard. That's how you can tell who's gonna win. Whoever has the harder R in their fucking accent when they're talking. Okay, that's all I need to know. Professional League of Legends is fire to watch. It was even more hype in LCS Studio to round out Josh's best answer.
I can agree with him there. I'll give him that one.
Yeah. I'll give him esports usually pretty fire to watch.
Yeah.
I enjoy.
Yeah, let's get down
especially
to
like
esports.
live.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Let's get down
Worst
to
sports, he says golf and baseball. Shit tier if you don't go there live with beer and food.
Who said that?
Josh, we're still on Josh.
What the fuck? You can't just name every fucking sport. What's the best? What's the worst? Josh is out here writing a fucking poem.
Dude, he's enthusiastic. He's about the community challenge. I respect that.
I respect
Making
it
that
too.
DM Brandon tier list.
Yeah, he made his own tier list. We were gonna make one out of his answers, but he was like, "Here's my own anyway."
Yeah.
He prepped. I respect it. I'm with it, Josh. Hell yeah. And also, correct. Factually, I was a caddy when I was a child, and I wanted to put a putter through my fucking eye socket. That is the worst. Golf is the worst sport to watch. Oh my god.
Do you like
it
playing
sucks.
golf?
Yes, playing golf is fun.
Yeah, I do too.
I feel
Playing
like
golf is a
watching
lot
the
of
big
fun.
boys play is fun. I'm not going to tune in for some fucking amateur golf fucking match, but watching the big boys play is fun.
Watching the big boys play on TV, not fun. I caddied for the Canadian Open. Okay?
Okay.
Watching we had one pro in our group and 3 fuckheads. Okay? And I
Were
caddied
you
for
one
one
of
of the No, I caddied for one of the fuckheads.
Gotcha.
The pro had his own caddy. Sorry, no, the pro had 2 caddies. He had one of ours cuz like they go to the club, right? And then they take the caddies from the club to carry the bags. And then he had his own caddy who walked around with a fucking notepad and a rangefinder, just like fucking scoping out the course because it was like the day before. They have the not the fun tournament. They were still for money, but it wasn't the serious one.
Yeah, I
It's
got
for a lot more money. Yeah. So watching him play was interesting around the green. On the tee, super boring because I knew he was going to hit it 400 yards straight every time. I was like, okay. Like he was a machine, did not fuck up. But then I had to watch 3 other people play shitty golf, and I wanted to die because it was about 35 degrees outside. I was in a polo and khakis, carrying a 40-pound fucking rucksack on my back, trying to keep up with these assholes in golf carts. Being a caddy sucks dick. I will say that. But golf's super boring. Bad golf is even worse. That's going in F tier for spectator sports.
if you're playing bad golf yourself with a bunch of other bad golfers, then it's litty titty. There you go.
Yeah, but if you're watching a bunch of people playing bad
100%,
golf,
yeah.
you want to die.
Yeah.
Like if I'm playing bad golf, I'll just slam a beer.
If I had to
and
watch
then
myself
continue
play
to
golf
bad
sometimes,
golf. Oh fuck! Every time for me, dude. I'll head up, fucking duff it, go 10 yards ahead. All right, next shot. Let's do it.
man, I know I got to keep my eye on the ball, but man, I'm looking up.
My head's up before the fucking club even touches the grass. It's like, oh wait, hold on.
Last time I sharded was playing golf, dude. Fucking rough.
What?
Fucking swung the club on the tee. Ooh, whoops. I might fucking had to go. Luckily, there was an outhouse on the tee right there. I had to go in, fucking take my boxers off, throw them in the fucking garbage. I was playing fucking commando for whole back 9, bud. Whole fucking back 9, no underwear on. I'll tell you, fucking, you get drinking one too many beers, fucking slips right out.
Is that
Out of nowhere. That was like a dick kick on the podcast. Wait, you can't just pull that out. You can't just be like,
think
one
about
time
it.
I sharded on the golf course. That's just... You can't just throw
Came
that
in
out
my
there. You
mind.
gotta do
It was
some
last
warning,
time it
dude.
happened.
No,
Figure
no, no,
it out
no, 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 no. Ever since you said the word golf, like reading it on in
I can't
the
believe it.
Discord comment, Bryce thought of the story and was waiting 15
fuck,
minutes to
hold on.
tell
Wait a
the story.
Yeah, just came to mind. Just came to mind.
Yeah, just came to mind. All right.
Carrying a roll
sorry.
of toilet paper in your golf bag is a recommended necessity. Otherwise, wiping with leaves.
You know what? All right, amen, brother. But hey, get some of that. Get some of that environmental friendly
Yeah,
toilet paper, right, man?
of course.
Yeah, biodegradable.
Yeah, of course,
there you go.
of course.
Yeah. Baseball? Yeah, I don't know.
Hold on, can
long game.
we jump into my tier list off baseball?
Yep.
'Cause
100%.
let me start with my worst, my bottom of the tier, which is going to be baseball and basketball, 100%, easy, like easy money. I've tried baseball. Maybe I can kind of get into, and if I watch it live. But that's only because of the atmosphere and the crowd. But even still, I'm like, I kind of want to walk around this place. And
A live
not
baseball game
do
is
it.
one of the best atmospheres to be in.
College football's the best. Don't.
I've never been to a college football game, so I'll give you that.
But if I don't, baseball is just like you're literally hoping for anything to happen. But I mean, like that's like NASCAR. You're waiting for somebody to crash. Like you're waiting for the big moment. And then, just like in NASCAR, it literally may never happen. It can be a fantastic game where it's just like nonstop action, or it can be resident sleeper. Like, I live in Atlanta, and don't dox me.
Dude, it's too late. I already got your IP address sent out to the Rammies. You're fucked now, dude.
But, so, Braves, I don't keep my ear to the ground. But I know they've had some good runs, they've had some bad runs. It seems like every time I go, they have a bad run. And it's that game where literally nothing happens. It doesn't matter if it's like, the Red Sox came to town, which I've gone to go see. It will still be a sleeper game, which I end up just walking around because nothing happens. It's just like, strikeout or, wow, I caught this fly ball. That's it. Basketball, I have a harder time even getting into than baseball. I will say I've never been to a pro game, but I used to go to the college games at FSU. And FSU then sucked, I will say. So I can't really say I've given my best foot forward in that whole endeavor. But whether I'm watching baseball on TV is definitely the worst. But I can't get into it. Like, I almost rather watch tennis, which I could throw into this tier list as well. Flipping the coin. I didn't think about it until we started talking about NASCAR and stuff. I think I have to put action sports, like X Games, as my top 100%. Doesn't matter if it's live or on TV. For me, I love it. Doesn't matter BMX, skate. I'm down. Outside of that, live, I'll say college football, watching on TV football. That's where I'll leave it.
I would love to I'd love to try to convince you that baseball's not boring at all. I think because baseball is my favorite sport and I can watch every single Red Sox game. But that's because I'm a Red Sox fan. I wouldn't tune in for two random teams playing each other because it's baseball. And I think a lot of people with football, you'll watch football all day, no matter what the teams, even though you have your favorite team. I think baseball falls into the trap of there's so many games and there's such a large part of the season where if you're watching a game in June, it's so far away, or right now, it's so far away from the playoffs that people just feel the game doesn't matter. So the games are long. The fucking season is so long. so I can understand if you're not really a baseball fan of why you would think baseball is boring. But I enjoy pitching. I enjoy hitting. So I can watch a lot of the why baseball is fun to watch is when motherfuckers are hitting dingers and they're fucking, having high scoring games. But I can watch a pitching duel and enjoy it. And there's no runs being scored and there is good defense. Now, a good pitching game is only good if you're not a baseball fan, if it's a no-hitter and shit like that. But that's one of those things I'm not going to argue it against it because I can understand why people would think it's boring to watch.
You're deep in too, right?
Yeah.
So like you can see the nuances of the game that would be exciting to someone who's like super into baseball. I played baseball since I was like fucking 3 years old. My fucking dad had me out there. I had a batting cage pretty much at my house. So, like, I understand baseball a lot because it was my favorite sport, because I've played it so much. And I've been a Red Sox fan since fucking forever. Grew up going to Red Sox games, shit like that. So, yeah, I understand like, everything about the sport pretty much. So I can understand what's going on and shit. Much like I wouldn't watch a lot of hockey on TV. I enjoy hockey. I enjoy being at hockey games. But outside of the playoffs, really, I don't really watch a lot of hockey. And I'm sure you watch fucking hockey and love hockey. Yeah, I do. I don't watch it as much because I don't have cable anymore, so I have to like sit down and find a stream.
Yeah.
But I understand it's a shorter season than baseball, but it's a long fucking season. There's 82 games per team plus playoffs, which are all 7-game series. It's a lot.
And as safety becomes more of an issue in hockey as well, that causes games to be more boring. Because you watch hockey to watch motherfuckers put somebody through the glass and fight.
Yeah, that's part of the game, man. I don't want people to not be able to enjoy their later years in life, obviously, as an athlete, but fucking... So I'm all for, like, going after dirty hits. I feel like fighting isn't really...
I think fighting's different.
Fighting's different, but then you have, like, enforcers they got, like, CTE and shit like that. I don't know. I don't know what they'll do about it in the future. I can't comment on that, but I enjoy watching hockey for what it is,
Yeah, respect.
Yeah.
And before we drop the baseball thing, any sport I talk shit about or like I as a person who grew up in a huge competitive sports fan, I was playing all sports that were thrown at me as a kid. Like with this background and, the rest of my family still loves watching like any sport they can get their eyes on. I can still appreciate the tech. Like baseball, if it's sleeper, like that's not easy. It's not easy to make it sleeper. Like, that means somebody's or everybody's doing their job so well defensively that, nothing can happen. And I mean, even you think about it, these guys literally play this game for a living. The field really isn't that big for how many players there are. And if you're able to get away with anything on the field of that size, that's huge. Like, it's either luck or you just have insane talent. So I, still respect that, but it's just, it's one of those things I love to play. I'm always down to play stuff like that. Always down to play basketball. Any sport I don't want to watch, I'm down to play. But
yeah,
having a hard time as a spectator to really enjoy it. Now, if you're with the right crowd, I mean, like it don't matter what you're doing.
Yeah, you be fucking watching TSN 8 the Ocho.
Watching two ants beat it out on the sidewalk. I mean,
fucking tortoise racing or some shit. I don't know.
Dude, I'll watch competitive fucking bocce ball if you're with the right crowd. All right.
Oh, fucking every once in a while, like a fucking cricket highlight will come on Reddit. What the fuck is going on in this game?
Yeah.
How is the score like fucking 400-10? What's happening?
Yeah, I have no idea how that game works.
What's going on over
Yeeting
here?
the ball.
Hold on. While we're talking about obscure sports, I'm putting this out there right now. When the opportunity presents itself, I'm kicking both your asses at racquetball. I don't care how long it takes, but a day will present itself, and you will
free.
be farmed.
That's your.
And I'm gonna
100%.
I
At that game, dude.
I'm gonna take it now, Bryce, in your silence, I can feel. Trevor thinks he knows a thing or two.
I've never
I'm a
played
sportsman.
racquetball in my life, but I have enough confidence, Trevor, that I just feel like I could beat you in any physical sporting event activity.
See, I knew it. I knew it. That's what I was reading. I know you. Here's the thing. You're wrong.
So
meet me in the badminton court. Come see me.
Oh, dude, that's another sport you don't want to start.
Then we'll get the birdies out.
Dude.
Fucking get the net.
You want to start with these old white people sports? Let's go.
At heart, I'm a 57-year-old white man named Greg, and I'll beat you at everything.
Honestly. You don't know the streets I grew up on.
Fucking
Don't at
Trevor
me.
shows up at the badminton court, takes his Crocs off. I'm ready to go.
Dude, sweater vest on, khakis, flare. We got
Dude, I got my own racket. Don't at me. Let's go.
Dude,
Give me
I pull
old
up with the
Betsy.
sneaks.
Give it to me.
Yeah. I'm going through my rare rackets trying to figure out what, based on the weather and humidity, which one I'm feeling.
has your initials on it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Special case, fucking stitching in it.
Got the
Oh, yeah.
got a little bit of the talcum powder out. Make sure I got it on the hands.
They're the little wrist guards. Little sweatbands on the wrists.
I'm ready
Oh,
to
yeah.
send it. You already know what I got. I mean, we're talking about like the hypothetical. But I'm gonna pull it out of my closet right now. Let's go.
Yeah, 100%.
I'll see you on the court. Bryce is getting nervous. I can see it.
He's sweating a little bit. He's thinking, it's like, dude,
See
am
you
I
right
gonna
after
get
on the
like the equivalent of a dick kick in badminton? Is this really gonna happen?
Who we got next? We
got Light Rick, Big Dick Rick.
Big dick Rick.
He says best spectator sport,
Give it to me, Rick.
hockey.
Oh, fuck.
Because them big fuckers are zooming. I hate Boston, but man, seeing Zdeno Chara fly around the ice is a thing of beauty.
That
man,
motherfucker is ageless, too, by the way.
it's scary. Dude, how do you accidentally break someone's spine and then just go, alright, yeah, sorry. I'm 6'9" and 300 pounds, but
Yeah.
also can move fucking 1,000,000 miles an hour.
I can't
And
imagine
also-
being 6'9". Imagine being 6'9" on skates.
They just put Shaq on
Oh.
skates and he's agile. Come on, bro.
Dude, he's hold on. Oh, that guy's height in meters. Fuck off. No one does height in meters. I'm fucking Canadian. Stop it. Come on. 2.69. Yeah, he is 6'9". There you go. 250 pounds, 6'9", zooming around. He's fucking 42 years old. Doesn't give a shit.
Just sign
I don't
another
know, man.
fucking extension.
He doesn't give a fuck. Eastern European players are scary, man, because they'll play until they're 56 years old and falling apart, and they don't care. They're
Yeah,
just
they
like,
think
yeah,
Tom
man,
Brady's about to retire. What the? Guy's zooming on skates.
Hell yeah.
Let me tell you about Jaromir Jagr, Bryce. Second place in points just because he won't retire. He's like, nah, I don't
You
feel
ain't
like
passing me, boys.
it. Oh my god. Yeah, man. If you haven't been to a hockey game, I would say anything from like tier 3 up, so like OHL, AHL, NHL, those are fucking NHL obviously, but like OHL and AHL, fucking amazing.
My boy set me up.
Beers are
First hockey game I ever went to was the fucking I think it was the divisional championship game. I forget the fucking names of how they go. It was the Bruins versus motherfucking Tampa Bay at the Garden. He go in there. He's like, we're gonna have wizard sticks once we get to the Garden. I'm like, okay. They call it the jungle. When we get to the jungle, we're going to have wizard sticks. I'm like, what the fuck does that mean? They serve beer there in pretty much solo cups. So like plastic cups. The wizard stick is after you go get one, you drink it, you put the next one in it. And then you go get the next one, you put one in it. So as you drink more beer, the fucking cups stack up, call it a wizard stick. Whoever has the biggest wizard stick at the end of the game wins. So I'm like, okay, I can do that. And my buddy said before the game too, he's like, listen, if the Bruins win tonight, there's motherfuckers going to be out here flipping cars. So we parked miles away from the Garden. And I'm like, no, they're not.
Yep.
He's like, they're going to be flipping cars. I'm like, no, they're not. He calls his dad on the phone. Dad, if the Bruins win tonight, what's happening? Oh, they're going to be flipping cars. I'm like, oh, fuck. They were flipping cars. They were flipping them because that's when the Bruins beat Tampa Bay that year. I was talking shit walking in the street. Didn't know what the fuck was going on, but it was a good time. It was a good time.
Dude, the game, even if you don't know what's going on, the game is super fast-paced, super physical, so that's fun to watch. The fans are fucking jacked out of their minds, so that part's fun. Everyone drinks beer there, probably, unless you're a kid, and then you're just like filled with childlike wonder while everyone else is drunk as
Or
fuck
you're
around
Trevor.
you.
Or
So,
me.
it's amazing. The riots are a little fucking silly. Remember Montreal lost one year and they were having a riot and they had someone went to Canadian Tire, came back with a bunch of sticks and pucks, and the rioters were taking slap shots at the fucking riot police with their shields.
Oh shit.
Cause you can get those pucks up to fucking like 180.
Yeah.
I mean, the pucks are heavy.
Pucks are heavy.
They're
go quick.
dense.
Yeah. Like fastest slap shot is like 150 miles an hour. Oh no. So 175 kilometers. I'm thinking 175 kilometers an hour. Zdeno Chara, by the way, has that record in the NHL. So the average person could get it to about 150 kilometers an hour, no problem, which is about 100 miles an hour, roughly. Give you a. So the riot police are like, oh, can you stop, please? Because it's like, fucking kill me. Don't do that. That I would agree. That's one of the best spectator sports to watch, in my opinion, because it's what's going on in the field of play is awesome, and then the crowd is also awesome. So it's like the whole experience is good, even if you're just watching at home. The action's good as well. He also says worst mainstream spectator sport, basketball. And he's got a whole fucking explanation. He says in college the fouling game is the biggest part of the game is fucking stupid. NBA is a joke because no one plays defense and the entire league is rigged. Sounds like he's a little salty about the NBA. I don't know enough to comment on if it's actually rigged.
They don't play defense.
It sounds like he's
I'll give you that.
invested. I mean, like, you know, these are judgments that somebody who watches would make. It's not. Yeah, I find it boring. By the way, I know these things. Like, these are, you know, niche pieces of information.
Yeah. Hey, you know, he's giving the reasoning why he finds it the worst. So he's saying it's boring, and then additionally things are rigged, so he can't enjoy it.
Yeah.
But I would agree. I don't like basketball. I think it's I can't get into a game where the final score is like 114 to 101 because I feel like that should just be 13-0. You know, like that's a lot of points. Something about it, I can't mentally get around it.
Okay.
He says actual worst spectator sport. So he has like the worst mainstream and then the actual worst one. Women's lacrosse. Which I had never even considered. He says they're not allowed to hit. There's no contact, so it's not like men's lacrosse, which is fucking wild. So girls are just running around with their sticks in the air playing keep away. I could see that being super fucking boring to watch. I don't know if I would say it's more boring than golf, but like, yeah, that's pretty rough. That's it, because physicality is a huge part of any sort of sport like that.
Yeah, I think when it comes to women's sports, it's not a problem of the skill. It's not a problem of the gender. It's just so many times there's these like arbitrary rules that only apply to women that sometimes literally just don't make any sense at all.
Let them get the fucking pads on and whack each other.
Well, that or like dunking in basketball. It's like, what?
They just can't dunk. They're not.
Yeah, I thought there was
most women
there was
aren't
a
tall
whole
enough
thing.
to. They can dunk. If a girl can dunk, she's allowed to dunk.
See, I thought there was a whole rule against that. I don't know why I thought so.
I mean, maybe I'm an idiot and talking out
I
of
don't
my
know. I
ass,
could
but
be
I'm
an
pretty
idiot.
sure most
I'll
of the girls
freely
just
admit
can't
to,
dunk.
Ignorance.
But
on
the
some of
rule
that
sets
shit.
are different, regardless. Just like put the
Yeah.
same rule set on everything. Like, come on.
Yeah, make the ladies hit from the white
That's
tees.
wild to me. Well, yeah, honestly, don't give them the yellows. Fuck that.
Yeah,
But yeah, it's silly. It's like I said, watching women's rugby scared the fucking shit out of me because they just let them go, and they were more violent than the guys were. They just let them at it. So why would you not let that happen in lacrosse where there is much more padding? Yeah, that's silly.
Lacrosse is, from what I've seen, more prominent in the north. I don't know. Maybe I just have always lived in the wrong area.
Like Buffalo is lacrosse town. If you live in like northern New York and then also Canada, lacrosse is one of our other national sports. Like that's just fucking, everyone loves that. I never got into it. I've always preferred hockey, but I look at it, I'm like, God damn, that's a lot. It's a lot to take in.
Yeah, I mean, I've like my cousins play it, and I mean, it takes a lot. Like you have to have supreme endurance. But I don't know. It's just one of those things. Like, grew up in Florida and Georgia for the most part. Did not hear those words once. Like, let's go play lacrosse. Never heard it once in my life.
Yeah. Well, and it's like hockey. Like, it's hard if you're not in an area with a shit ton of ice to just have a pickup game of lacrosse. Everyone needs a stick.
Yeah.
Everyone needs pads. You can't just be like, can we just go play lacrosse with the boys? No. You could be like, hey, let's play a quick pickup game of baseball, for example. Need some gloves and a bat and a ball, right? You can do it.
Or you can literally play with the stick.
Or soccer. Fucking drive a couple stakes into the ground. Here's a ball. Fucking have at it, you know?
Dude, you only need the stakes. You just say, hey, that trash can there and that trash can there. There you go.
Yeah, fucking have at it. Yeah. Okay. So, good answer. That was a good off-the-wall answer, Rick, because I would not have even talked about lacrosse, I don't think, if you hadn't brought it up. Honestly. It wouldn't have registered for me. Kurt Dude says, all sports are bad to watch. That's not a correct take. I don't know. This isn't the community challenge for you, man.
sports ball says.
Hold on. If you would have came back and commented on esports, then maybe I could be like, yeah, all right, that's fine. But like, yeah, but esports are great. But didn't.
Yeah. Shut up, Kurt,
So-
dude. Shut up.
Yeah.
That's your homework for next week.
Come back.
Write me an essay about why esports are good.
Yeah.
Okay? Come back. Do we have Travers? Bryce? You have any? What are your best and worst?
The worst? Soccer. Soccer's up there with the worst. I'll watch World Cup time. Then it's a little bit tough. I listen to it on the radio most of the time for World Cup because listening to most sports on the radio is 10 times fucking hyper than watching on TV just because they have to explain what's going on. The fucking announcers are all into it. If you don't like watching baseball, listen to baseball on the fucking radio. That's fun too. But, yeah, soccer's probably my most hated to watch.
Yeah. That's pretty rough, honestly.
I
You have a 90-minute game with fucking like 6 shots on goal. Like, oh fuck.
Yeah.
honestly,
Put me to sleep.
I don't even care about the World Cup. Soccer is low for me, but Atlanta has a huge local soccer following. So I don't want to say it adds a little more weight to it, or else it would have been on my like bottom of the list kind of section. But like Atlanta fans are diehard.
Yeah. The North American Soccer League is really picking up in traction. Toronto has a huge one too, and I think Ottawa has a team now. But it's I don't know, man. It's so dull for most of the game that I feel like it's just not fun.
I feel like the
when we
crowd
were in
carries
Japan, there was a shit ton of fucking British people, right? And they were like, "Come to the pub, and we'll put a game on, and we'll walk you through a fucking soccer game." And they didn't even watch it. They were slamming beers like, "Yeah, this is how you watch soccer." They weren't even watching the game because they didn't have to, because nothing was going on for 90% of the game. And then just like a goal would happen, and then they hear cheering and turn around.
Well, yeah, that's
No.
it's so big there because Champions League or whatever the fuck. But if your whole involvement with the sport is going to the pub and watching it with your friends, I mean, sign me up for any fucking sport. Right?
That's fine, but like that's one of the main ways of watching the fucking game for over there.
And the
'Cause
climate
there's so many
around
people
the
that wanna
sport
go.
is a lot different over there too. But
Yeah, I mean, like they don't get hockey, so I can understand it from like a international standpoint. Like they would see a hockey game, like, nah, that's nothing. I don't get, but I kind of understand because they've grown up with a different sport. So I can't fucking sit down and watch soccer, man.
no.
It's Anyway, that's one of your worst.
Yeah.
What about your best?
The best is
baseball up there.
Baseball's up there. It's tough for me to pick, really. I enjoy watching football, but I think the enjoyment with football, it's kind of like the opposite people have with baseball. Baseball season is so long, football's is so short. So I really think that's where a lot of the craze with football comes. Football starts your hype, football ends your hype, and then all of a sudden you're excited and like want football to come again. You don't have it doesn't have a chance to like bore you throughout the season. Every game
that moment
pretty
when you
much
start
matters.
to get bored. The
Yeah.
playoffs come.
Yeah. So then it's only boring if it's not your team during the playoffs. But even then, most people probably still will watch it.
To watch, it's only a few games.
Yeah.
Right?
Bryce and I don't gotta worry about that.
I mean, I don't know what it's like to not have your team there, really, if you're being honest.
Yeah.
But did you go, Flint?
I haven't gone yet. No, I still got a couple to get through here, and then we got one. I think we got one on Twitter that wasn't Trevor. So
All right.
Depp Nation comes in, says, Flint, you're too far back, and also best sport to watch is by far women's beach volleyball. Okay.
Yeah, see,
Okay.
we got
Okay.
I'm a
All
fucking
right.
Maverick
Yeah.
out here, Top Gun style. so.
Yeah, fuck you. All right. You ever tried jumping on sand? That shit's hard, and there's only 2 of them to cover the whole court. It's intense, and the uniforms are pretty great too.
Yeah.
I feel like you could have taken the qualifiers out and then just put, and the uniforms are pretty great too, and we would have gotten the point.
Yeah.
We would have
So
got what you were saying. Okay.
I mean,
we
you try
know
to
who-
you try to cover yourself, but we see what you're saying.
You try it, but we see right through you.
Yeah.
Let's
It's like, you know what the
You know
best
that was on
sport
Twitch?
is to watch, guys? You guys seen that women's lingerie football league? That one's pretty good, too. Pretty
Yeah, it's
competitive.
surprisingly competitive. Yeah. They really know how to throw a fucking spiral there.
Yeah.
Oh, the uniforms are all right too.
Yeah.
Yeah, but women's volleyball was on Twitch. You guys know that, right?
So
No,
was
but
I think it
Bob
was that it
Ross
was.
fucking painting happy trees.
Yeah, but I mean, like, women's volleyball was on there a lot. I mean, like, Bob Ross was for a while, too. But women's volleyball, I think it was like Twitch Presents. Because it was one of the Twitch channels that I'm subscribed to. Or not subscribed to, but following. So I always see it come up, and it'd be like 800 viewers watching women's volleyball. And it was like that for months. At least it feels that way.
That's weird. I mean, whatever. Shit.
But it was specifically
I mean,
women's. I never saw men's. So I'm like, is there a... I didn't, obviously...
I don't know
there's
if
some
there
kind
is
of
men's
competitive-
volleyball.
But see, I don't know. Because, like, I'm...
Oh,
it's
yeah,
one of
there
those,
is
like,
in the
Olympic
fucking... There's
sport things.
duos,
yeah, no, there is.
Yeah.
But I don't know what there is outside of the Olympics. Like, I don't... There's got to be a league somewhere, like, somewhere they're practicing. Or scrimming
Yeah.
or something. But...
could be a bunch of regional leagues, and then they just
Yeah, maybe.
like, play. I don't know.
But yeah, that was on Twitch.
Sports like that, I don't know. That's wild. Huh.
The old boy.
That Nation probably in the chat watching.
Yeah, dude. That Twitch channel barely getting past TOS. Depp Nation hanging out. Twitch chat.
Surprisingly competitive.
He's got
donating $1,000.
His status is hidden and invisible. Don't worry.
Uh-huh. Yeah, oh my. Worst spectator sport from him is baseball. Foul ball straight up killing people, boring as fuck. 90% of the players are just fucking standing there. Hold on.
Foul ball.
We've already talked about it enough. I'm not going to go into it again and try to defend it.
Just remember that his best was women's beach volleyball.
Yeah.
Bryce, if that'll give you any kind of
that's
solace.
why he doesn't like it, because the baseball uniform covers you head to toe. That must be his gripe against it.
Dude,
Yeah.
it has to be, dude. I must be. Honorable mention is that weird-ass basketball game on trampolines. And women's arena lingerie football. He said it! He said it!
You see? Exactly.
Just saying, Smite can learn a thing or two about jiggle physics from watching some of that. Come on, bro.
Come on,
come on,
Smite
bro.
could not learn. They got it.
Dude, we have just learned so much about Depp Nation in about 3 paragraphs.
Is that 3 paragraphs? It seems less.
Watch out for
like
Depp
1 paragraph
Nation.
spaced out.
Watch out for Depp Nation at HRX. He might just hump your leg randomly. That's what it sounds like is gonna go on. Nice to meet you.
Can we have? No, I feel like he's just gonna try and sell me on women's beach volleyball, and like, we know what you're about, man. Come on.
He's got Google images up. Look, Flint. Let me try.
It's okay to be horny on main. Just don't try and cover it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, just let it out.
Yeah.
You know what?
I'm not judging. I'm judging when you try and cover it up because you make it seem like I should be judging it. That's how I look at it.
I'm willing to look past all of this if he's down to stream snipe IRL, Aiden, and some Smite. Like,
100%.
Okay.
all 100, like everything I've ever known about you, no matter how bad it is, automatically gets cleared if you're in that line with me about the farm and all movement speed you mirror. Hell yeah,
and
brother.
we certainly have.
Oh, yeah.
See you at
That was fun as
HRX.
fuck. Breeze IF coming in. Bryce, just plug your ears real quick. Says best sport to watch, literally anything but baseball. Worst sport to watch, baseball.
I'm the man of the people. Holy cow.
God damn. Breeze IF. What a good man. Fro Double G, you got the same homework as Kurt, dude, because you've also commented and said any sport is I'm assuming the worst because you put the little Z's next to it. So
Did he say anything about esports?
Try again. Didn't say anything about esports.
All right,
so
2 homework assignments. 2 homework assignments.
Yeah.
Let's see you guys.
Try again. Your community challenge is different than everyone else. And we got 1 Twitter, and then I'll go, and then we can wrap this puppy up and watch more dick kicks.
Hell yeah.
We're at the main event now. It's getting.
Ooh, before we wrap it up, though, I do want to bring up one more quick thing.
Yeah. Well, don't. I still gotta.
No. Yeah. You do your thing. Just want to put some notice out there.
Fucking Twitter ain't loading on my PC. Coming up on my phone. I'll just do mine while I'm fucking Googling this up. Best for me, hockey, obviously. Love it. Already gushed about it with fucking Big Rick. Loving it. Good sport. I also really am enjoying combat sports, like UFC, boxing, shit like that. Didn't think I would, but even from like a layman's perspective, it's just interesting to watch how people go about kicking the shit out of each other and how many different ways there are to do it. It's exciting. And it's the kind of thing like I can sit in a call with people slamming beers watching it. I don't know how it would be in person, though. That's the only thing. I've never been to it in person. I feel like it'd be worse in person.
It's fun in person. It's just one of those things because it's always pay-per-view. Like if you go somewhere like out to the bar, those places usually have a cover. I mean, Buffalo Wild Wings doesn't. So it's fun to go there,
Yeah.
but it's always like packed and shit. I don't know if they still do it. Hopefully they do, but yeah.
Yeah. Worst for me, 100%. Watching is golf, and I've bitched about it already. Golf is terrible. I would watch 4 soccer games in a row rather than watch a round of golf. It is so boring.
Even the Masters, you won't watch the
Yeah,
Masters?
I don't know. I can't. I feel on the boring, but four games of soccer? Hell no, bro.
Nah.
Give me tee up.
Listen, because I can get fucking looted and zooted 4 soccer games in a row. Drinking culture is acceptable in soccer. In golf, you can drink with the boys when you're playing, but you're watching the Masters. There's like a modicum of etiquette and respect and fucking pinkies up. You got to be cross your eyes and dot your T's.
I gamble
the
every year on the
Don't
Masters,
go.
so maybe that's why I enjoy watching it.
That's
so
what my
much.
family
If you got
says,
money
yeah.
riding on it,
Yeah.
yeah, maybe. But like, listen, it's interesting to see like, damn, you can really fucking smack that ball. But watching it, just I can't do it. And I've watched it as live as you can get. It is not any better. I can confirm. Got the guy right in front of me slamming fucking balls down range, and I'm just going, man, I don't want to be here.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'd rather go home and sleep. I don't know about that.
I only watch it when I'm back home visiting my family. And there's like, a tournament going on. But they gamble. They do this whole thing where whoever wants to gamble gambles, and then they kind of do a rotation of picking names out of a hat, and then you have that player list. Whoever has the player that gets first gets this much money, whatever. So that's why they like it. Or it adds to it. It adds to it.
Yeah.
But even
Yeah, if you
still,
got something extra
I'm
in the
just
pot,
like,
yeah.
I'm only here and watching this because I'm here to visit family. Otherwise, if I was at home, would not.
Yeah. Last one is from Battleground of the Gods, a Smite podcast, the official podcast account. Interesting. Says, best wet t-shirt contest. That's not a sport. Come on now, bro. Come on. That's not a fucking sport. Don't add us. I'm adding you. Not a sport. You also have homework. Try again. Okay?
Yeah.
And he says, the worst is curling. Also don't add us.
Okay. All right. That's a hot take. I'll take it.
Worse than golf? Are you sure about that?
I mean,
Worse than
I'm
soccer?
cool with
Are
that
you
answer.
sure about that?
I mean,
The motherfuckers are sweeping the ice. Fuck off.
Are you sure about
Wait.
that? Come
But-
on.
but they're sweeping the ice competitively.
Yeah.
Come on, Bryce.
Yeah.
Come on,
There's
Bryce.
at least
Turn it
stuff.
around.
There's at least stuff constantly going on.
Yeah, like they're
that's
sweeping.
huge.
They're sweeping all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But until they're
Instead
not,
of-
because that's tech. You got to know when to sweep and when you don't. Sweep.
If bowling
That's right.
and curling were on, I'd watch bowling.
I don't
Yeah,
know. I think
yeah,
you're just
I'm gonna be honest.
prejudiced
I mean,
against
I grew up-
Canadians, dude. I don't know.
I'm a bowler. Not really anymore, but I mean, I'll throw hands. Speaking of
Trevor
which,
had the old
another
white man
sport.
sport repertoire.
Dude, I told
He's in
what?
there.
Trevor's
Did
got
I
the
not
powder.
tell you? Dude, you want to throw hands? We're throwing balls. Let's go. Meet you at the lake.
Oh my
Bryce
god.
scared now. Bryce wants to take back this whole Trevor, I'll beat you at any sport. Yeah? Let's go, baby. I'll see you. I'll see you there.
See you there. All right, well that's all the responses we got. Lively community section. Pretty awesome. We got a challenge for this week. You got one cooked up?
I thought you did.
No, I don't. So,
Well, you're about to.
Edit that
Give it
part
about 5 seconds.
all right. We had the little offshoot convo about accessibility in games. Give us your opinion of that. You cool with difficulty sliders? You cool with different accessibility options, or were you more on the lines of let the designers do what the fuck they want and we'll sort it out? Or get good. It's up to you. Let us know down below. We'll chat about it a little bit. If we find another thing we want to ask you guys, we'll ask you in Discord.
Round 2. Change our minds.
Yeah, change our minds. Fucking hit us with the louder with Crowder.
Can't change my
fucking
mind.
minds.
You're all fucking wrong.
Hell yeah. That's the spirit. That's the SQA heart and soul.
Oh, yeah.
All right, with that all being said, I'm gonna pimp us out, and then we'll end this show. So end of the episode. Thanks for tuning in. You want to find more SideQuest Arcade content? Go to sqapodcast.com. That is the hub for everything that we have. You can find episodes there, bios about the hosts. If you guys ever fill in your placeholders, Matt's still in Japanese. If you guys want to translate that one for a laugh, go for it. Go there for all your SQA needs. If you want to listen to more audio episodes, we're on SoundCloud, TuneIn, Spotify, iTunes, fucking any podcast app you can think of. We are on there. If we are not on one, somehow, at this point, please let us know. We'll get you on there as soon as you can. And if you're listening on SoundCloud or iTunes, leave us a like. Helps out a lot. Really appreciate it. You want to listen to video episodes, and when I say listen, I mean listen and then also look at our beautiful faces. You can do so on the SideQuest Arcade YouTube. It's up at the same time as the audio episode, so you're not really going to miss a beat, unless you're listening to it at 12 p.m. Eastern, 12 a.m. Eastern, and then maybe you will. If you want to follow us on Twitter, you can follow the official podcast at SideQuest Arcade. You can follow myself at MicroManatee on Twitter. You can follow Bryce at _Silent Reveries. Mind the underscore. You can follow Trevor at... Where can I follow you, Trevor? You changed it. It used to be
War Hates Peace.
Noodle Spaghetti.
It's still War Hates Peace. I should probably change my
Baby
name.
Rage. Oh, reformed. His fucking Twitter name is Baby Rage.
Yeah, you could. Yeah,
follow me
follow
on.
him at War. Yeah, War
Follow
Hates
me
Peace,
on
right?
Twitter if you want to just see somebody talk shit to people getting mad. And by people getting mad, I'm gonna have to say people in my home grounds of Smite.
Mm-hmm.
That's where the Baby
Frequently.
Rage came from.
Absolutely. There you go. Follow him at War Hates Peace. You follow Matt at MadmanMattYT, and you can follow Brian at SQA_happiness. And if you want to hit us up, chat about stuff, talk to us in the day-to-day, best place to do that is our Discord. There's an invite link to that in every episode on our Twitters and on the website, so you can get there fairly quickly if you'd like to. That's probably the easiest place to catch us. We usually have at least one or two hosts kind of in and out of there, and it's usually where we'll quickly promo stuff if we have like a surprise stream going out or something like that. With that all being said, Bryce, thanks for stopping by. Appreciate it, man.
No problem. Anytime.
Dude, hell yeah. Trevor, welcome. First episode of SideQuest Arcade. Thank you very much for stopping by. Appreciate it greatly.
Hey, you gotta have one more Americano in here to
Ooh.
level out the playing field.
Hell yeah. Then that's an answer I like to hear. Fuck off.
Invite rescinded.
But salt and vinegar chips. Bryce had a flat take on that.
I mean,
Thank
I
you.
didn't say
There
I
you go.
didn't like them. Okay.
Balance is restored. You just got SideQuest Arcade just got Thanos, bro. That's how it is. Oh, that all being said, good night. We'll see you guys next week. Thank you all for listening. Enjoy your time in the arcade. Bye-bye.
Why? I mean, bye-bye.